WDTN, the station that's working for you. This is 2 News Now.
Welcome in, everyone. It's 11 o'clock and time for 2 News Now on this terrific Tuesday. It's August 18th. We are flying through August. My goodness. I feel like I was just complaining that July was ending and August was starting, and now we're halfway through, more than. I'm your host, Alexis Bellamy. I've got 2 News traffic anchor Lee Jeffries with me this morning. Lee, how are you?
I'm good. I can't believe August is flying by, back to school season, everything.
Yep, fair season, and we are getting through all of that this morning. But first, we are going to start off with a look at your top 5 stories of the day. And we are kicking things off with essentially continuing coverage for you this morning. Storm damage cleanup continues all across the Midwest today. Cambridge City, Indiana, they are continuing their efforts after massive flooding. You can see some of it here on your screen. You can look at the waders going through the water. It was really impressive flooding happened there this earlier last week. So many residents sweeping out mud, tearing down walls, and getting the things out of their homes that, no longer work or were damaged due to that rain. Indiana Governor Mike Braun says roughly 1,000 people have been displaced from that historic flooding. And Indiana has activated a disaster relief fund providing up to $5,000 for residents who need emergency aid.
Wow, yeah, we know this cleanup's going to take a while. We can see just how much damage this did. Another thing you need to watch out for during this cleanup is looting. So the Cambridge City Police Department said they actually caught someone trying to take something from a home while it was being cleaned out. They want to remind everybody that if you see suspicious activity around these homes, also businesses or belongings that have been placed outside because of the flood, just make sure to report it to law enforcement. Also remind the people who have been in the city that they've already been through enough. We don't need to add looting to another problem.
Yeah, as another issue.
Yeah.
Looking at some of that, you could literally see some of the things, some people's belongings like just lined up in alleyways, and I can totally see how that could be a concern of yours, Lee.
Absolutely. Next up, news for people living in Tip City. Meyer could soon be expanding their footprint. City leaders last night approved a contract for a 17-acre plot of land that'll be at the corner of State Route 571 and South County Road 25A. So the chain currently operates a distribution center 2 miles from this site. They have roughly a year to decide if they want to move forward with it. Tip City officials say they approached several grocery store chains, but Meyer was actually the only one interested. Residents currently have to rely on supermarkets and other nearby cities, so this would be some good news for Tip City.
Get a grocery store close to them and some of the food insecurity there. Moving on, in a developing story this morning, we're working to learn more about whoever shot and killed a 19-year-old. Dayton police say they have collected some evidence, but have not said if that evidence points to a suspect. Now, the shooting happened on Sunday night just before 9 o'clock. When police arrived to the scene, they found a man in the intersection of Groveland and Mickabee Avenues. One 911 caller said it looked like the man was barely breathing. The 19-year-old was taken to a hospital where he later died. Police tell us that investigation is currently underway.
Next up, we have an update to a shooting in Urbana. A suspect is currently in custody. This is 24-year-old Raquan Jamar Roberts. He turned himself into the Clark County Jail early on Monday morning. Right now, he faces felonious assault and improperly discharging a firearm into a home, and he's being held on $100,000 bond. Urbana police responded to Hagenboss Street just after 10:30 on Sunday night. First shots fired into a home. Thankfully, nobody was hurt.
Thankfully, no one was hurt indeed. Finally, this morning, the Miami Valley Conservancy District says that in the past few days, all of that rain, all the water that we've received, there's been at least 3 billion gallons of floodwater. Oh my gosh. That is, I can't even imagine what that would look like. This makes me kind of want to go and look down and be like, what does all of that water look like? So as of yesterday afternoon, the Inglewood Dam is the last of the 4 of those dams storing water. The Miami Valley Conservancy District maintains 5 dry dams across the Miami Valley. And you can think about those dams, I like this example, kind of like a bathtub with how they hold the water. They have an open drain, and that will empty out into the Ohio River in an effort to keep everyone safe. So they're doing their jobs, which is great. I'm happy we're safe here with that. Okay, so on that note of all the water and all the rain that we have seen over the past few days, let's turn our attention to Storm Team 2 meteorologist Melissa Barrington. Bring her on in here and tell us, one, it seems like we don't have any rain coming our days, at least for today. We're staying dry, right, Melissa?
Yeah, today is our break. So
Good. We deserve that.
We do
And
deserve
look,
that.
It looks like this. I love when I can look and see, like, the last week just did not even happen.
Well, that would be nice, but as you saw from all that video,
We know it did happen.
It did happen, unfortunately, in many different ways, shapes, and forms, with flooding and also with tornadoes. But as you can see here, we have a break today. So enjoy this break while we have it. It's not going to last very long. We have mainly clear skies as we're looking outside here in Trotwood. You can see there are some scattered clouds just off in the distance there, but it's going to turn out to be a beautiful day. Already up to 72 degrees currently in Dayton, 78 in Enon, 76 right now in Centerville. The one thing that you'll also notice is that the humidity levels are going to be lower today. So that's some good news too. We've saw all those sultry conditions over the weekend and even last week. So we're definitely going to see a drier air mass. As we look at the satellite and radar together, you can see high pressure stretched from areas of northern New York State all the way down into portions of Missouri. We hardly have any clouds out there at the moment, but you can see clouds are to our north and to our west with additional showers and storms across portions of northern portions of Missouri. We'll be dealing with that come tomorrow. So in the meantime, you probably want to try to get outside if at all possible. The Miami County Fair is continuing today. A great day to go to the fair. There's baseball going on tonight, and then there's the Cincinnati Open. So lots of events going on during the day today. Temperatures rising to around 80 degrees, and enjoy the afternoon. We'll take a look at that complete Storm Team 2 forecast coming up.
Alrighty, sounds good, Melissa. Thank you so much for breaking that down for us. We will see you very, very soon. Don't go far. All right, before we bring Melissa back in just a few minutes, let's turn our attention to this morning's React to That question of the day. What is the weirdest, most bizarre, unique, different compliment that you have ever received, and who did it come from? Lee, do you want to go first? Do you have one?
I don't have a specific example. I feel like any compliments about smell are kind of weird to me. Like, oh, you smell really nice.
That is just a compliment.
I don't know. Or you look like you smell nice. I think that one's kind of weird.
Okay,
what about
that
you,
is a
Alexis?
weird one. Mine is a friend of mine told me a while ago that I'm really good at getting creative in situations that call for no creativity.
Oh.
And that's exactly I raised my eyebrows. I was like, are you just telling me I make things harder? Or
Sounds like a compliment.
I'm like, okay, because it sounds like you're saying, oh, great, you're creative and you can, make something where nothing is at all. And I was like, but it was that end part where it's like, where your creativity is just not called for.
Yeah.
Like, that's what kind of me like, okay. But that's mine. Lee is going to work on hers, but we'll accept the you look like you smell good one. I do think that was a good one, Lee. There's a QR code, you guys. We have some responses coming up in just a little bit. We'll see you guys lift them later on. But for now, let's go ahead and bring back Storm Team 2 meteorologist Melissa Barrington. We're going to talk about what's happening here at home, you guys. We are getting prepared, and here's why. This August is currently on track to break a record for receiving more rain than in any years past. So, Melissa, we said the top 3 wettest August on record.
Yeah,
Wow.
so there's a little discrepancy even at this point in time right now. We may actually be at number 1, but we'll see how this all shapes up by the time the month is over.
Okay,
but
so we have some time.
We have a little over a week to go here. So let's break it down. Yesterday we saw about 1/3 of an inch of rain. We keep adding to the rainfall. We've had 17 completed days so far of the month of August. And of those days, we've had 10 that have had measurable rainfall, 2 with a trace, and we've only had 5 days so far this month that have been completely dry. So far this month, we've picked up 8.19 inches of rain. If we look at the top record rainfalls here, 1974 had 8.03 inches. What is not on this list, and I'm still waiting to confirm from the National Weather Service, looks like back in 1905, there may have been 8.90 inches. So that would put us in the number 2 slot right now. But if we exceed that, then that would push us into the number 1 spot. But according to the website of what they're showing right now, 1974 is the top spot. So we're going to continue to watch this. We're going to talk to them later on today to see if we have already exceeded that or not. Either way, by the end of the month. Yeah.
But sorry, Melissa.
No,
I was just
go
going to
ahead.
say on that note, I wanted to ask you because our assistant news director here, Steve Diorio, who I believe has dedicated more than half of his life to living here, he has even said, I can't remember the last time it was this wet outside in the month of August.
Well, and also that is coming in the month of August.
Right.
So if we get rained a lot of times, like heavy amounts of rain in the month of August, it is more than likely going to be due to a hurricane coming through where we get remnants of hurricanes. This is what's unusual about this is that we don't have a hurricane. We are just getting repeated rounds of rain. And so far this month, like I said, we've had 8.9 inches of rain. That's a lot. But then when you look at it compared to previous seasons, we are over 6.5 inches above normal for the month. Now, mind you, back in July, we had just under 3 inches of rain. So kind of comparing things. For the season, which starts June 1st to right now, we've had 13.78 inches. And for the year so far, we've had 36.57 inches. That is almost 9 inches above normal. So by the time the year is over, we might be close to a foot above normal if we continue on this path. So we're going to be continuing to add more rain because today's dry. We're lucky today. But tomorrow there's more rain in the forecast. We get potentially some showers on Thursday, break on Friday, and then we're back at it again over the weekend. So
Okay. I have an interesting question for you, Melissa. One as a meteorologist and as a Dayton resident. We've talked to Steve, but I wanted to ask, like, when did you start to notice that? I mean, more as a resident than I guess in your profession, that this was like, hey, this is a lot of rain for this month. Like,
well, I mean, last week was crazy.
Was the top,
yeah, and I think last week is what really kind of pushed things over the edge. And I mean, there were a couple days last week where we just saw storms, and it didn't necessarily rain everywhere, but just that we had continuous thunder, lightning, and that was very unusual. We don't get a lot of days like that, especially in August. You might see that in the spring, but for this time of the year, it's just been very unusual.
Okay, I agree. Thank you so much, Melissa, for breaking that
No
down
problem.
for us. We are going to have you back on again in just a few minutes. All right, but at 11:11, we're going to take a quick break. On the other side, more from Melissa, staying dry in what could be the wettest August we've ever seen. And we are talking voter registration, why it's important to get registered in our live interview this morning, going on tour. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Dan, the owner of Universal Windows Direct of Dayton. This is Bowie. He's been sniffing out the hottest summer deals just for you. For a limited time, buy 2 windows, get 2 free. Get $250 off for patio doors and entry doors, $1,500 off for roofing, and $2,000 off for siding. Plus this week, 24 months interest-free financing for all products. Summer savings are heating up. Hurry, give us a call and lock them in.
Universal Windows Direct.
Welcome back, everyone. We are going to take a look at our Brooks Falls Brown Bears through the Explore live cams. So this is a highlight, of some of the best parts of this live cam. And this is really interesting. We were talking about this earlier because one of the big boys was up there. He had a fish in his mouth and then he lost it. But Fat Bear Week, we can start getting excited about it. What we're seeing right now is essentially the preparations for that. These beautiful bears out in the water. This looks like a picture. Lee. It looks so
this is
fake
gorgeous.
almost.
I mean, just absolutely stunning. We can see those bears in the background.
I know, and they are just chilling, villain like a bear, like not a care in the world. Alrighty, at 11:14, let's turn our attention back to Melissa. But before we do that, take a look at this, you guys. This looks like something out of the Titanic, doesn't it?
Oh, it's awful.
Oh my gosh. So the traffic camera footage captured the quick deterioration of weather in a suburban Denver neighborhood on August 15th, and the roads were just flooded and covered by hail. So this is some footage released by the Douglas County Sheriff's Office. You can see the cars trying to make their way through it, but it almost looks like little mini icebergs, just lots of chunks of ice. And again, this just gets me because it's August. And to me, I'm like, where's the heat and the humidity?
I know.
Look at him just backing on up.
That's what
all
I
he
would
can
do, just reverse out of it.
Turn around, don't drown. All right, let's bring in Storm Team 2 meteorologist Melissa Barrington. Melissa, at least we're not seeing this, right?
Yeah, but
There's
I will
no
say
hail. Look at this car right here. It's just like
completely
slumped in.
I will say, even just for right around here, but there's been some incredible weather video within the past 2 weeks, and we've seen a lot of it right here in the Miami Valley, just with lightning strikes and flooding and tornadoes. And now, as you're seeing here, the hail. And yeah, it's been kind of rough.
Do we anticipate the opportunity for more of those videos, for more of that as we get closer to breaking that record for the most rain? Rain videos are sometimes the best videos.
I really hope not. But that doesn't eliminate the fact that we're looking at the potential for more rain. But hopefully we don't see any more of those videos and flooding and stuff like that over the next week or so. I mean, we don't need to see any more of that.
We don't need to see any more
unfortunately.
Of that. But for now, we're enjoying Picture Perfect. I mean,
yes. It's about time.
It is about time. We deserve this, Melissa.
We do. Lots of sunshine out there. Currently across portions of the Miami Valley, there's hardly a cloud in the sky. Gorgeous start to your day. The humidity is lower, so you'll definitely notice that as soon as you head out the door. Currently, we're sitting at 72 degrees. The rest of the day today is going to be dry. Lots of sunshine with temperatures rising to around 80 degrees. Normal high this time of the year, though, is 85. So we are running a little bit below normal, but still pretty comfortable outside. Later on tonight, though, we're expecting a few scattered clouds, but here comes the rain again starting tomorrow. So far for the month of August, we've had 8.19 inches of rain. Normally, we're above normal for the month by over 6.5 inches. For the year, we've picked up over 36.5 inches of rain, and we are above normal for the year at nearly 9 inches of rain. So that's a lot of water. And we still are only halfway through the month. These statistics only go through the 17th, so we haven't added today and the rest of the month. So we're going to continue to add to these numbers, and this may turn out to be the wettest August on record since records were taken. However, that'll be determined by September 1st after August is done with. Today, though, as you can see across the Ohio Valley, we're looking at high pressure across the region, a few scattered clouds to our north, but overall we are high and dry. We have not been able to say that very much. So far this month, we've only had 5 dry days, so today will make 6. But you can see thickening clouds off to our west, and those clouds will be bringing in rain starting tomorrow. Right now, it's very comfortable outside. We're at 72 in Richmond, as well as in Wapakoneta and in Dayton. 73 in Urbana, 75 right now in Bell Fountain. A beautiful shot here on our Goodwill Easter Seals Tower camera outside in Trotwood. 72 degrees, a nice little breeze out of the northeast at 3 miles an hour, and that dew point is quite a bit lower at 64. So you'll definitely notice that difference in humidity when you head out the door. So the Dragons are in town, the Reds are in town, and there's also the Cincinnati Tennis Open that's ongoing today. Great day for all of those sporting events. Tonight for that first pitch for the Dragons, about 78 degrees, winds blowing out of the southwest. At least tonight, you don't even have to worry about whether or not there's going to be a rain delay. You're going to go to this game and not worry about it at all. Just enjoy the sunshine, enjoy the game. It's going to be fantastic. So the rest of the afternoon, temperatures rising to around 80 degrees and then slightly cooling off as we get towards that evening forecast. Over the next 10 days, normal high is 85. And like I said, we're running a little bit below normal for the next 10 days. Upper 70s, lower 80s is what we're looking at, which kind of gives it a little bit more of a fall feel for us. But the rest of the afternoon, we're expecting plenty of sunshine. And as you saw out there, hardly a cloud in the sky. Temperatures rising to around 80 degrees later today. And then tonight, we'll drop down to around 65 degrees, which is pretty close to normal for this time of the year. There may be a few scattered clouds around, but overall, a quiet and dry night. Now, tomorrow, here we go again. Showers and storms are going to be possible, especially during the afternoon hours, and some of those storms may produce some gusty winds as well as some heavy downpours. Again, temperature right around 80 degrees. In your extended Storm Team 2 forecast here, we're looking at the best chances of rain over the next 7 days. Tomorrow, 60% chance of rain on Wednesday. Not everybody will see it on Wednesday, but again, there's still going to be those best chances. Then we have additional chances of rain Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. Chances on those 3 days are a lot lower, but again, some locations may see dry weather actually through the next 7 days. It just kind of depends on where you are. But temperatures, again, upper 70s to low 80s.
Well, again, Melissa, like we're keeping in mind the rain that we could potentially get, but look at that weekend. That's the silver lining there, I feel like.
Yeah,
It
as
looks
long as
nice.
those rain chances don't increase,
I'm being
which I mean, we're
optimistic,
just only
Melissa.
on Tuesday
Yeah,
here. So
I'm being optimistic, but yeah, we'll make our way through Wednesday. And what, I guess, will we do if we do essentially break that record for the most rain? Like, I mean,
then we just go down in the record book. So
wow.
like if
We should do something when
2026,
Dayton
you know.
breaks that record for, for rain.
Oh,
Melissa.
well, we've had some days where we've already broken like a record rainfall for the date. We've had
Okay,
at
for
least
that
one
date.
of those. We've had one of those already. I think it was on the first of the month. It was either the first or the 11th. I'm not sure which one of
Okay.
those days, but one of those days we did already break a record for rainfall for the date.
Sure.
But I mean, weather records have been kept since the late 1800s. So that tells you how far back it would
The
go.
rain, that's impressive
so-
in itself, Melissa.
Yeah.
Oh,
So we'll
fingers
see.
crossed
We'll
for
know by
us,
the end of the
right?
month, but something to keep an eye on.
We will. Thanks
right.
so much, Melissa. We'll see you later. Okay, you guys, on that same level of severe weather, crazy weather, take a look at this impressive video from back home, actually. This is in Nova. Lightning struck inches from this family. This is from their Ring camera. Yeah, you see that? And then he just ushers everyone inside. I wanted to keep the gnats up on this, but he just he says something. when the lightning struck, as you can probably imagine. That scared him and his whole family. But this is just a safety reminder. Enjoy that lightning and the rain from indoors. Everyone get in the house.
Yeah, my whole family, we're
all
very
easy,
scared of
right?
lightning. That would be us.
Oh,
yeah.
Lee, that's right.
My dad was struck. Our house was struck. Yep.
I'm so sorry, Lee. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
What's the next story?
Okay, next up, we are moving into a bit of sad news for us today. Hayden Panettiere has passed away at 36 years old. A lot of her co-stars from Nashville as well as
she is,
Scream have gone to Instagram just posting about how much she meant to them. Panettiere's father announced her death on Sunday. Right now, her cause of death has not been announced yet.
Very sad. When I heard it, I was literally in here, and what was the first, when you think of her, what's the first thing that comes to mind?
Scream.
That you know her in? Scream?
Yeah.
Okay. Mine is Remember the Titans. And she was actually a child actress in an SVU episode that I really liked a lot from like the earlier seasons.
Oh, Heroes.
Heroes.
Yeah.
And our director just said Heroes.
Really impressive.
She
Yeah.
has, wow, see? Oh my gosh, she made a mark. She will be missed. Keeping her family in our thoughts and prayers. Before we head out to break, listen to this. Spider-Man has been busy. That's what he's been doing, literally ripping and soaring to milestones. Spider-Man Brand New Day has surpassed $2 billion at the global box office after just 3 weekends in theaters. So the latest Spider-Man film has earned $786 million in North America and more than $1 billion internationally. Now, this joins 7 other movies that have surpassed $2 billion worldwide, including Avatar, Titanic, and Avengers: Infinity War. It's also the 3rd movie released this decade to reach that milestone. Congratulations,
Wow.
Tom, or what are people calling him online, Lee? Mr. Zendaya.
Oh,
Have
I
you
like
seen
that. Mr. Zendaya.
No, but that's crazy. I went to go see it. Have you seen it?
Not yet, but I will. I promise. I love Spider-Man.
All right, I
promise.
hope you don't get spoiled. Alrighty, it's 11:23 right now. We're going to take a quick break. When we get back, a look at what's coming up in Living Dayton, and some of those react to that responses. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everyone. Explain to me the most interesting, bizarre, strange, weirdest, unique compliment that you've ever received, and who it was by. We have some of those responses. Let's hear from you guys. Chris says, okay, a young woman meant to say, I think, you never cease to amaze me. But what she said instead was, you never seem to amaze me. He said, thanks, ? And I'm like, okay, I can see that being a mistaken compliment.
Little mess up.
Yeah, sure. This is a funny one. Lori said, you look like a good girl, but not the kind that goes to the highest heaven, from some man in the line at the health center. Compliment or not, creepy. Lori, I agree.
Yeah.
That is creepy. What is that? I don't even know where to start thinking about what that means.
Very
Like,
weird.
yeah, he could have kept that to himself. Good job on that today, you guys. All right, let's turn now to Emily, who's here to tell us what's coming up in Living in Dayton this morning. Emily, how are you? Good morning.
Yes, good morning. I'm doing well. So I'm very excited for the show today. We've got a jam-packed show. First, Bistecca is in the LD kitchen. So
Ooh.
they're going to be making some of their gourmet dishes. We're talking
Okay.
like Italian-inspired,
Oh, thank
Tuscan.
you. I was about to be like,
Yes,
tell me.
really
We love Italian
delicious
food.
and yummy foods. I haven't tried this before,
Me
but they're
neither.
downtown.
That's why I was like, ooh, like,
So,
let me learn.
yeah, I'm really excited to see what they bring today.
And we're always going outside. There's always something to do. At
Yes, you're right. And especially at Allwood Audubon. So Allwood has a lineup of events for not only the rest of this month, but even going into September. There's so much to look forward to. Lots of stuff for kids, of course. But there's also some really cool things for adults, too. There's like a sip and paint. There's these adult discovery walks. There's the Fairy Village.
An adult discovery walk. I
Yes,
like
they're-
that. Did you ooh at the Fairy Village?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Fairy Village is really cool, Lee. Very
Okay.
cool.
Sounds cool.
Yes. So if you guys haven't gotten a chance to go over to Allwood, please do, because it's so incredible,
It
and you
sounds
get to see
fun.
those huge giants in the woods, those
Oh,
trolls.
I know. I've seen
Yes.
them in the airport. I've seen
Yes,
that.
so
Okay, I feel
those are
terrible,
really
but-
fun. And then also Carolina Historical Park, they're stopping by. It's their antique apparatus fire show. So these are going to be antique fire trucks.
Interesting.
They're a lot of fun. I
Something
can't wait to see. Yeah.
Awesome. Emily, thank you so much for dropping by and breaking
Yeah.
that down for us. Lee,
course.
thanks for being here. We'll see you all on Wednesday. Have a good one, everyone.